today we're going to talk petticoats, underskirts and foundation garments. And we've got Ruby in the beautiful 2666, which is quite a classic silhouette, but did you know you can actually completely change the mood of your dress based on what you wear underneath it? And we're going to show you with the help of these how we can change this dress to sort of 4 or 5 different looks. So we're going to start with this sort of half or 3/4 underskirt. This doesn't have any net here. It's kind of open, and it just has net at the back. So what this will give you is a slightly more exaggerated A-line shape with no volume at the front and a little bit of train support at the back. So we'll see how that looks. So as you can see, this has added a little bit of volume, and what that does is it just nips the waist in a little bit more without you having to have the dress any tighter, because you're getting a bigger difference between the waist here and the skirt coming out a little bit fuller. This is a really good underskirt if you want to bring in the waist a little bit without wearing a lot of extra fabric underneath. So it's very light to wear. It's quite easy to walk in because you haven't got any netting in front of you. It's just giving you that little bit of volume through the side. So the next one we're going to talk about is very similar, but this is an all-around underskirt. So it's got netting that goes all the way around the body. Now this one, you can add a hoop to it if you want to add some fullness. We're just going to wear it au naturel. It's just a slightly fuller silhouette than what we've got on already. So we've got the same sort of impact with this, where we are bringing the waist in a bit more by bringing the skirt out a little bit fuller. I would say this is actually probably our most popular underskirt because it's not too heavy to wear, but it does give you a little bit of added drama. The difference with this one is that you're going to get a little bit more projection from the front as well. So the dress is going to come out 360 degrees all the way around you and give you that slightly more dramatic look. Right, we're doing the big one next. This is what we call an Antuaneta from Jesus Peiro. So this is a multi-hooped sort of tiered petticoat. It's going to give a really full silhouette and lots of drama. It's longer at the back than it is at the front, so you get really good kind of train support as well. You can walk quite easily in these actually because they are hooped, so there's no fabric touching your legs, so this will make quite an impact. So this is the Antuaneta on. It gives a really editorial look, dramatic full skirt that comes right out from under the waist and then goes really full. Sometimes it can be a bit of a thing to get someone to try this on because it's quite big, but once you see it under a dress, it actually doesn't look as ostentatiously big as you might think when you see the petticoat on its own. So last but not least, we're going to look at this little pannier hip cage piece. It looks like a tiny little underskirt. What this is little boned side panels that really just accentuate the hip. So you get a very theatrical silhouette. You get no extra depth front to back, but you do get a load of definition from the side. So quite a theatrical piece. So this is how the panniers look once they're on. Obviously this look is not going to be for everyone because it's rather dramatic, but it is very sort of fashion led. You've got real kind of waist definition because it's coming right out without adding any kind of weight underneath because it's very short and boned and light. I think it's a really cool look, but it's a little bit more experimental. But that's the kind of full spectrum of underskirts that you can do with a ball gown dress. Which is your favourite?